Okay.
Great. We are here on April 26, 2023. We are with Adriano Florenza, the one and only game changer that is going to tell us a little more about his accomplishment with the wallet in this past year, which is amazing. Go ahead, Adriano.
Thanks, man. Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting. It's good to get out from the keyboard from from time to time to tell the good news. So it has been a year. Hi, Koe. It has been like a year since all this last development effort started. Thanks to Catalyst, because we get funded on some proposals to improve the wallet, and well, we went totally out of budget with what we wanted to do, and it was a difficult decision to work that way. I started with a bit more crowded team, and because we all have to work to earn our daily basics. We have our lives. Well, the team got a bit reduced on time, because actually it was a tough decision, to work in that way, to do much more than promised on the Catalyst proposals. But it was at the end some crucial long-term decision that lead us here to a nice present where we can do so much more with Game Changer Wallet, so much more than we could be doing, with the version 1 of the wallet. So yes, I'm here. Whatever you guys want me to show, I can talk a bit about what's new, and then we can, I can even share my screen, whatever you guys want.
Please. Yes. I just thinking here, I see session. I don't know if session is available, but it would be awesome to have a kind of a interject WAMO with a game changer. What about that session? Are you up for that?
What? I'm sorry, I just tuned in. I just heard my name, and then.
Well, I'm thinking that you're up. It would be awesome to have a demo with a game changer in your app. How about that?
And that would be awesome. Actually, Quasar spoke to me about Adriano's project. So, and it's something I'm still wrapping my mind around. I know it's a wallet that you don't have to download, and you could just kind of go into it. So that sounds cool. But yeah, I am interested in wrapping my mind around how we could collaborate between Game Changer and DMU. Quasar told me that Adriano shared with me that Adriano is a stickler for decentralization. Like everything needs to be decentralized, like a hard stop. And I'm of the same mindset.
Awesome.
For sure.
Great.
Let's do it, you guys.
So
speak of the devil. Is that Cabaret? That's Quasar, right? Yeah.
Cabaret Voltaire.
Thank you. We were not talking about you at all.
No, nobody talks about you, man. And sorry, I haven't been able to contact you. I've been kind of swamped, but I'll do for sure this afternoon. Anyway, he's in the background. Okay, go ahead, guys. Start over.
So that's a very important topic to discuss. You have a wallet, a Web3 wallet from any blockchain or any product, And the question is, how do I connect the wallet with the world? How do I connect the wallet with my DApp? So this is like a key aspect of the wallet, of Game Changer Wallet, that it's crucial. If you understand this, you start really understanding what's all about, and we can start from there, or very closely to that point. So, session, if you want to, integrate Game Changer or anyone around, even using the wallet, you don't just need to integrate it to be using it. I don't know. I lost the part. I've been told that you guys watched the closeout report for the project. The video. Did you watch the video at the beginning of the town hall? I guess, I don't know.
I missed a little bit of it. I came in a little later. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
recorded, so you can see it anytime. But yeah, it was presented today.
Okay, thanks a lot for sharing the video. And well, actually, the key thing to understand is that this wallet relies on a successful way to connect between websites from the web to where that are URLs. And if you think about it, URLs are everywhere. And even because you can embed the URL into a QR code, for example, you can even leave a device. I mean, you can even connect two things that are on different devices. You can, like, pairing, devices or entities using URLs. You don't even have to use a desktop, maybe browser. There are known use cases of Game Changer that Quasar can talk a bit about it. People has even embedded or loaded the wallet inside a smart fridge. So this is what you can do with a web wallet. It's a website. It's a web page. This is the difference between this wallet and, for example, the typical browser extension one.
So hold on. Let me get a question in there. So the URL, I understand. So with Game Changer, you had to take these two URLs and you can bring them together. I'm just trying to understand the user experience there. Okay, so or the benefit of that. Okay, so with my wallet, I can now interact with the URL. How does that, like as a user, and I'm using the Game Changer? How does that,
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you later an example, a real example, so you don't have to believe me. You can watch it, and you can try it on your own. And the thing is this: with a link, okay, with a link that has at the end some special information. It's a long string of weird data encoded on the links. You can give orders to the wallet that loads that link on any browser. Okay? So if I am on my mobile or on my desktop or even on a fridge or whatever, and you have a browser, and you can load this URL with this data attached, you are allowing someone, something, a DApp, something else, to give orders to the wallet. Of course, these orders has to be reviewed and accepted by the user, okay? Because of security reasons. But this is the nice thing about this design principle of this wallet. that is, is web. It's a web page. It's a web app, and by being a web app, it's these are the like good first steps toward a nice onboarding or user adoption. Because if you are not telling your users, hey, you have to install this on your desktop because you have to do it on your desktop, or install other app on mobile that is different. And then if you have to import, I don't know, mnemonics this way, that if you start enumerating a lot of obstacles, you end up with a very crippled onboarding experience.
And
You have to choose.
so the URL in the game changer is kind of like how you use a URL in a browser, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay.
So is the game changer like a browser then, or hybrid?
No, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it. Okay, I'm going to show it. Don't worry. So, wait a second. Um, I don't know if I'm sharing the entire desktop screen or the browser. Let me know if you watch what I'm sharing, please.
I can see a nav bar across the screen.
Okay, something is wrong, I guess. Mm. Oh, okay, it's working now. Can you see? Can you watch it? No?
Yeah, if you're sharing something, I don't see it.
No, we didn't. Let me see.
Okay, sorry.
You have the right to you have rights to post, yes, to share a screen, right?
Yes, but I
Participants,
don't
yeah.
know if my Zoom has frozen or something, because I give orders to Zoom and it's not obeying.
Right.
Please, wait a second.
What can we do?
No, don't worry. I will. Um, I will try it again.
I grabbed that YouTube link
There you
because
go.
I imagine that. Oh, there you go. Okay.
It's working now,
Yes, it is. Good.
and you can see the mouse, the cursor, and I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so something weird happened. I don't understand what what happened. Sorry, guys. So, back again. So, okay, this. Okay, let's use the same thing you watched with the closeout video. So imagine that this is a website. Okay, don't think forget that you are watching a PDF actually, but imagine that this is the app. Okay, so this is a very different user experience or development also experience from CIP30 kind of wallets that are the most common in the ecosystem. I know that this is very different. So how Game Changer works? Okay, with links. So for example, I have this button here that is actually a link on the app. Okay, so if I click it, the browser is going to redirect to game changer wallets. Okay, so this is the DApp connector of the wallet. The wallet has the wallet is a website. So when we clicked on that link, we got redirected to this URL, and this last part of the URL is the data that I was mentioning, right? And this is how Game Changer works. This is how the DApp connector works. So this is what end users are going to get on their wallets. And you can see that this DApp connector has
so they can interact with the DApp from within the Game Changer wallet.
Not exactly in the same way we are used to with CIP30, at least today. Okay, there are new features coming, I hope this year, but the very basic was to create a DApp connector technology that was able to work with URLs. That was the rule from the very beginning, from 2021, when this first version of this DApp connector appeared on this wallet. The idea was to create a DApp connector technology that at least could work over or inside URLs. Because it works on URLs, we can then discuss new transport options. And this is what I hope to achieve this year. But the very basic one is URLs. If it works with URLs, we are okay. So this is how you can connect with Game Changer and give orders from a DApp to the wallet. But this,
and by giving orders, the transacting.
No, not exactly. That's
Okay.
That's the nice part, and I'm going to get there. So okay, we're going to see this in detail. So in this case, this DApp connector was about to create two transactions. Okay, two transactions with just one DApp request or DApp communication to the web. How this works or how this is possible? Okay, you have to stop thinking how you think regarding CIP30, regarding the current standard, regarding this idea on how wallets work since MetaMask from Ethereum. Forget about that. Start thinking differently.
So remove what I know about wallets.
Yes.
Okay.
Completely.
Done. All right. We're starting from scratch. Let's go.
Imagine that you are facing a new blockchain ecosystem right now. So it has nothing to do with the other way around. The design principle behind this technology, the app connector technology, is there are a lot of design principles, but one of the most important is to keep some private data, some wallet-specific data inside where it belongs, on the wallet. Because you, as an end user, you have trusted, for example, Game Changer Wallet to handle your mnemonics, to handle your private keys. Okay? I clarify it's non-custodial. It's a non-custodial wallet, but that doesn't care. The code of Game Changer is handling your private keys. Okay? As any other wallet around. So if you already trusted a wallet, this Game Changer wallet, to handle your private keys and wallet specific private data, or maybe data that you don't want to leak outside. For example, your addresses. You don't want, imagine that you are really worried about anonymity and you don't even want to give to a DIA your address. That's insane. It's crazy on any other, on most ecosystems around. But for Game Changer, that's a design principle to protect user data and to allow builders to build in such a way that they don't always need to know wallet-specific information to build transactions, to the right keys, and to do a lot of other stuff. Okay? So,
by wallet specific information, I want to clarify. You mean like how much ADA I hold, for example, or the tokens that I hold, things of that nature. Okay, continue.
Exactly. Balance, addresses, the list of your addresses, public keys or key hashes, any information that can link to your financial or maybe even the identity of you as a user. Okay? So the design principle behind this DApp connector allows developers to build wallet agnostic DApp connections. Agnostic. It means that you can code, okay, a connection to the wallet that, because even is wallet agnostic, it can be the same code, the exact same piece of information that works on any other wallet. Okay? And I mean this exact same URL. So if we think about it, if I go back here, if you try this crazy thing, you're going to be executing a code from this PDF, right? This PDF is the closeout report given to Catalyst from this proposal, this project. So here, this link is a static link. The PDF is not creating a wallet specific link for every user that clicks on it. This is another advantage of this model. So we have agnostic and static, even if you want, DApp connections. So this creates the possibility, for example, for the most common use case of blockchains, I mean of cryptocurrencies, to make a payment. So imagine that with Game Changer since almost 2 years now, you have been able to, with a link, to receive payments on an address of yours. So imagine the real FI level of what I'm talking. Imagine the onboarding of what I'm talking. By doing this way, by connecting to wallets with this way, you are opening the doors to a brand new world of possibilities, and to simplify a lot, actually, because imagine if I have to create a DApp that connects with JavaScript to a wallet and talk about low-level seaboard to construct low-level transactions for Cardano, and then it's a mess, and I just want a payment, and I just want to mint an NFT, and I just want to do a very complex stuff like batching a lot of transactions and interconnecting them like in a pipeline. All that stuff can be solved even by static links if you design the code of this link, the code of the app connection properly. Of course, there are some cases where you need to know about specific data, and it's okay. Even you can encrypt that data because that data is going to be traveling on the URL. So it's kind of public, but you can even encrypt that data. So you have all these opportunities, all these possibilities, and we can explore a bit more how to actually code these crazy things and how this differs, how this is very different from the other models.
It would be helpful if you used a real example like Sunday Swap, for example, instead of the PDF file, because it's still a little abstract for me there using the PDF file. But perhaps an app that we all know and use would be perhaps helpful there.
What about
Or,
what about your? I was thinking of you precisely for that to visualize better with a tangible application like yours session.
Well, ours is still going. You know, we're fine tuning some bits, but we're getting ready to release in about 2 weeks, and so it wouldn't work right now. We're doing a little too early.
Okay, well.
So, Session, what you're saying is it's reasonable, it's okay, but this would require at least that the app guys integrate Game Changer, or at least to take the time, someone to take the time to integrate the app connection to connect with these apps. But I want to show you why it's not. We are getting closer to a point where it's going to be very easy to do it, but I want to show you why it's not. It's not very common. It's not common.
Here's another question. Here's another question, real quick. If we did make this compatible, our DApp with a Game Changer, would that exclude? I guess not, because it's agnostic. But anyone that would, like, let's say I have a Nami wallet or any other kind of wallet, would that exclude those people from connecting to our DApp if we're compatible only with Game Changer?
The current status of the development in this current stage, yes, but actually, I like to decentralize. I like to have alternatives. So I will work towards interoperability as soon as I can because there is a lot of work ahead. But I strongly believe that having alternatives is helpful. And there are ways, because with this new beta version of the wallet, with the new API, there are every week I am adding new features, and there is we are getting very close to have very nice integrations possible with a lot of the apps around.
Here's another question. I'm sorry, because I'm about to get off this machine, and so I have to leave. But okay, so I get it. So the wallet or Game Changer will help new users to onboard on, to use our DApp, but existing users, people that already are on Cardano and have wallets, they would need to get on Game Changer in order to interact with our DApp if we were to collaborate and connect the two, right? Until you can build that piece that allows them to use their existing solution within. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I want to get to the meat and potatoes. You're saying that with Game Changer, new users would be onboarded easier.
Yes and no at the same time. I need. It's not that I want. I need for the ecosystem to understand that Game Changer has a lot of features to to work around this incompatibility between the two technologies. It's very important to understand that version 1 was very very limited in that regard, but version 2, the one that I'm showing, it has a lot of possibilities for you to interact with the wallet and to interconnect.
Here's another question.
Very quickly, please. Mm-hmm. I just want to show you the very basic, the very dumb solution I can offer you right away. We have a lot of a very feature-rich API. We have this thing called await conditions or awaiting. I'm going to very quickly, for those interested, this is how you can call the apps here, and it's JSON. It's local JSON, even to create the most complex transactions on Cardano. It's JSON. So very quickly, I'm going to run this. You can, this is the same app connector, but this is running for testing purposes on the integrated IDE, the place where you can start coding and even end up coding entire apps from within the wallet. So I am launching the same app connector, just on a different medium. Okay, there is this model, this window. So wait, this is not going to work because I have balances here.
I have a quick question. Will this be compatible with SIP68 NFTs?
I have to work a bit more maybe on the UI rendering part of that kind of NFTs. But yes, I mean, regarding the minting, you can do everything that you can do on other wallets, or what you can do on Cardano, and even a bit more with this wallet. It's just different. It's a different language to achieve the same things. Okay, so because we are talking differently.
Yeah, okay, that's a little alpha. That's a little alpha on our end. We'll be introducing a token that will be a SIP68 token that's compatible with our player. That's why I asked.
Adriano,
I had a question, Adriano, just about the policy ID. What is that compared to the asset ID on the playground? Is that the asset ID? If you try to put the policy ID, a different policy ID, you can't run a transaction. I want you to put Lovelace in there or something.
The asset ID is because in some places you can find these asset IDs, but maybe you should forget about the asset ID and focus on the policy ID and the asset name. Those two IDs or pieces of information are crucial and are the ones that define a native asset on Cardano. Focus on policy ID, and just those are different. So very quickly, please.
Just wanna say something. Adriano, I just wanna say something. It would be great if we do use from now on the reactions and raise your hand if we're talking. I see that we all have comments to make, so it will be great. And I just want to make a comment in reference to what Session was doing. The good thing about that Game Changer as well is that you have direct support. If your 68 token is not compatible, it's a matter of just writing a line on Discord to Adriano, and he puts all his team to work on yours.
I definitely want to connect with you, Adriano, on Discord, and we can continue that conversation because I got to get out of here. But I'm interested for sure, and yeah, I am.
Session, thanks a lot. Please, yes, follow us on Twitter and Discord and YouTube. In YouTube, there are a lot of tutorials and more coming. Please, just very quickly watch this and then you can leave. But watch this so you can see a very fast workaround around this. This wallet has no funds, okay? The one that I just switched. So I'm going to run this the app connector, and this can be a new user, okay? Or not a new user to Game Changer, but maybe a user that has been a long time ago using any other Cardano wallet. For example, on your DApp connections, you can add that function, that feature of the API that is going to freeze the execution of the script until the wallet receives funds. And here now we have this option, but then these two options, that is the QR code for scanning and the copy. Here you can copy the address to send funds to, for example, and keep on with the script execution. But in the future, there are going to be much more options. This is one of a lot of ways we can solve interoperability issues. Actually, Lace, for example, and other wallets and systems are doing the same, asking users to move funds to an address to keep, using those funds, maybe on a different environment and a different derived ecosystem inside the wallet. So please, if you want to connect with Game Changer, just figure out how. Maybe with me, I can help, but we speak different languages, but we can achieve the same goals. This is very important to understand. Don't think that you're not capable of doing stuff here. You can, but it's different. Okay? I want to show you very quickly to wrap the idea, the initial idea, okay, on how this DApp connector works inside. We have this DApp connector that creates two transactions. One that logs some testnet data on a contract address, and then the second pipeline transaction is going to unlock them. Okay, two transactions on the same DApp connection. This is a debugger. The DApp connector has an integrated debugger. So you can debug the code, check permissions, check a lot of stuff. If I go to the code, maybe I'm going to go here. So very quickly, because of course this code is complex, not very complex, but it's a bit complex. I want to show you that we have blocks of code. For example, logs. These blocks of code are of type data. We have a list of, five UTXOs or payments with this amount of Lovelaces, this amount of ADA, with, for example, datum and datum hashes. Each of these are going to then be used by the code. So then I'm going to go to the future here of the execution of the script. You can see how here.
Adrian?
Oh. Very quickly. Just I'd say this. Okay. So here we build one of the transactions. You can see here on the outputs section of the code, of the transaction builder code, how we reference the logs, the log 0, the log 1, and then data inside the log, datum hash, coin. This pipelining or reusing this usage of variables inside the context of this script is what allows you as a builder and the user to keep private data inside the wallet without leaking it. For example, you don't have to leak the UTXO list to any DApp outside to create transactions. The wallet can handle them. This is how it's different. And there are many other reasons why this is happening, because you are going to, if you start using Game Changer Beta, you're going to understand why it's very important to have a healthy UTXO list or set on your wallets. And when you delegate the ability to the apps to create UTXOs for you, for an end user, you are allowing the apps to control the UTXOs and therefore the health or not of your wallet internal structure. And for example, for Game Changer, that's the opposite of Game Changer. That's Game Killer, because you're not going to be able to use a lot of features on the wallet, like, for example, the on-chain file system, multi-sig, workspaces. So having a healthy UTXO set is something important on a blockchain like Cardano. And this is why Game Changer, since the beginning, is not delegating that power, that ability to the apps. Maybe the apps can handle UTXOs using the Game Changer API features. But the suggested way to work on Game Changer is to don't give UTXOs and don't allow the apps to create transactions for you. The idea is to help the apps to create the most wallet agnostic code possible to create transactions for you. This is very different. This is why no one is integrating Game Changer, and I know that. But at the same time, I really want to give an opportunity, an alternative to the ecosystem. Since 2021, this has been this way. And we will reach a moment where interoperability is going to be much easier between these two technologies. But for us, it's crucial to give this alternative first. Then we can work with CIP third.
Great. Session, you have a question.
Yeah. I'd like, can you send me the link to the demo? I've already pinged my CTO, Randall Harmon, and asked him, and he's interested. So he's gonna, this deep information is gonna land better with him than with me, right? For sure.
You said Randall Harmon?
Yeah, Randall. Yeah, exactly. So Randall's our CTO.
Hey.
So yeah.
Say hey to him that I miss him. He was around the very first days of Game Changer. Okay, I'm going to send you this. Wait, I can send you. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to send you the link. But I'm going to add this link to the video on YouTube. It makes sense. So I don't know if something.
Juan, I'm sorry. I don't know how to raise the hand raising thing to have a question. I just wanted to say I don't know how to. I'm trying to find that. I had a question. I just don't know how to do it. So
just go to reactions, but it's fine. But just go to reactions.
Can I ask it real quick since I don't know how to?
Sure.
I just want to know what I just want to ask Adriano what the address part is on there. Is that, I don't, it says outputs and it has that squiggly thing, then it has the address in quotation marks. I don't even know what that is. Are you supposed to change that if you don't want to donate to you guys? Or I mean, this is pretty crazy.
Robert, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Sorry, can you repeat? English is not my native English language. So.
There's the Playground IDE has a thing for outputs and it has an address. What does the address mean on that? On the output?
You're saying on the demos, you're saying on a demo like this demo for
the playground. Yeah, and it's got the address
here.
Let me see. Yeah, that what's that in the quotation marks? What is the address? What is that thing?
What is this piece of text?
Yeah, and then after that also just the address part. I don't know what that means, or it says not donate if you don't want to donate to you, or I'm just trying to
no. but maybe you are not on the beta, right? Or you're on beta?
I am on the beta. Yeah, the Game Changer wallet. Oh no, I'm not on beta. I've gotta find how to get on beta. I'm just on the Game Changer wallet. Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's very similar. It's almost the same thing. So in this case, for example, in this demo, okay, coin sending demo, this piece of code assets here is going to build a transaction. Okay. This is the scripting. Okay. This is actually the syntax, the important part of these lines. So here we are defining outputs. In Cardano or on any other blockchain, you have, well, no any other UTXO based blockchains, you have outputs. Each output is the exact feature where you send, ADA, you send coins or tokens, assets to another address. Actually, this line of code, starting with address, with this exact keyword, is defining the address where to send these assets. This is a list of assets, and this is the only asset that is going to be sent. This is the explanation of what you are seeing. I don't know if you're asking something else, but actually, this is going to build a transaction that is going to be sending this amount of Lovelaces or of ADA to this address. So if you change this address to one of yours, you are going to be, for example, charging someone to pay you this amount of ADA. This is the explanation that you read before, that change it, otherwise you're going to be donating to Game Changer. Because on the demos, I had to put, a default address here, just to as an example on how you can, an example of this code. If you change this to something of your own, you're going to actually not donating nothing, just and start coding actually something that actually makes sense.
Okay. That works. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Session, you ask for the project closeout link. Yes. Okay. Wait. I don't know where I have it. Okay. This is the link to the PDF on the chat. Okay.
Thank you. I got it, and I just shared it for sure. And I think we've chatted on Discord before. Adriano the human, right?
Yes, I'm sorry if I lack responses and stuff. There is so much all the time to work on. I am terrible, but yeah.
It's my preferred. Yeah, it's my preferred method of communicating. I love Discord. I don't get the hate of Discord. I love it.
It's nice. It's nice. Thanks for passing by, and let's keep in touch. Thank you, session. Okay, Danny.
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry. I was saying, Danny, how are you? How is everything good?
Good. Apologies, Adriano, that I caught the message that you were online a bit late after we sort of like segued into the breakout rooms. But like as you probably saw, we played the closeout video. Fantastic work. And I think probably the most unique in a way, I don't remember anyone actually building in an interactive closeout report. And we've done 500 of them, I haven't read all of them. I read fair share of them, and we were like split in between the team. But I think yours is probably the most unique in a sense of actually giving a reason for people to go into the the closeout report and interacting with what you've built. So I absolutely love that part. I was just like, nailed it. I was like, love it.
Thanks, Danny.
You haven't seen the wallet.
Yeah, actually, this proves the point, right? This is why I like the idea when I was writing the report, because this proves the point of all. What says here, let's turn this document into a Cardano DApp. Actually, if you are giving order to a wallet, you are a DApp. Being the entity you want to be, a human, a bot, a website, an email, a WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, message. Because who can deny that, right? And this was the idea to show the possibilities.
Yeah, it's very cool, and I like the format. Wink, wink.
Yeah, sorry for that, guys, but I thought that it makes sense.
No, I loved it. I was like, oh, I recognize that. It looks really cool. So
the typography, the logo.
Yeah. No, it's really good. I especially the fact that there's some sort of like, because I think for most part, when you're thinking about users coming into the ecosystem, interacting with things, a lot of knowledge, and even like the terminology is so foreign, like it's very difficult for people to actually make any relevant connections. Like, how does this actually connect to the real life? Like, why should I care? Like, how can I interact with it? And then when this almost like emulates what Gimbal Labs is doing, right? They're doing the project-based learning. So you sort of sneak that into the closeout report where you're actually giving somebody a project of running a demo. And by default learning, it's 10 times, 100 times, I don't know how many more times more productive when you're actually following along and acting yourself what you're just being presented with. So I'll probably make this of a highlight during the newsletter for Friday. So keep an eye on it, because I was like, yes, sign me up.
Thanks a lot. And please, then you have to watch this, because this is important. Okay? This is very important. If this was nice, please watch this. You don't want to miss this.
You mean this breakout room that you did, or is it when you say this something?
What I'm sharing on the screen, it's okay. So this is the same report. This is the nice thing about this, and what you were saying about the Gimbal Labs, about the learning side of this. Mm-hmm. So this is the DApp connector, but also you have an integrated debugger. If you are an advanced user, or maybe you're not advanced, but you want to, distrust, double check what this DApp connector is doing, this DApp connection, you can go to advanced. And this is the nice thing. You have the ability to check the code that produced this DApp connector or the link. The code is embedded on the link. Okay? This is a wallet agnostic code that has no non-wallet specific information to do what it does, that you know what it does. 2 transactions, one after the other one, both related to Bluetooth, to smart contracts. So this static code, this code is not changing in any ways because the PDF is not changing. And this code runs on any wallet because it's wallet agnostic code. it's protecting the privacy of the users. And the most beautiful part is this. This is what I want you to watch. If I click here and I click on Edit in Playground IDE.
Playground sounds familiar.
So you can watch the code, modify the code, and then launch your own. This is an open ecosystem of the apps where you can audit, clone, very easily learn from any app that uses. Okay? And this is actually a DSL, a wallet DSL. And you can transform or get permissions out of the code. So here you have all the permissions involved on the execution of the code. Every request to the wallet can be translated to colored permissions. This is very basic and is meant for end users. So they don't have to know any strange language or any language at all, programming language, to understand what's happening. They can check this, and try to know a bit more about what is being requested to do on their wallets with their phones, and well, there is a lot more. You can check permissions even by block of code, so you can check exactly what part of the code is requesting what. So there is a lot more stuff here. But
very cool. Just make sure, Juan. Just make sure if you are able to get. How fast does this get uploaded on the Swarm, the recording? Do you know?
It takes a few hours to upload, and then when I have a chance, I put it on.
Oh, you can publish on Swarm directly on the YouTube?
No, we just put it in a link, and Kawi does the magic there.
Awesome. Well, anyways, once you have it, that'd be awesome if you can just send it to me via DMs, and I can include the after town halls space in it as well. That would be very cool.
The other thing, Daniel, is that there is a lot to cover here. So I want to ask Adriano, what is the best way for us users and the people that is going to see this to contact you, to get a hold of you for more questions?
Okay, thanks Juan, for inviting and
put it on the chat?
Everything. Yes, well, I'm going to be sharing some links on the chat. Maybe the best thing to do is to go to Game Changer Finance, and there you have the links, the most important links: Discord, YouTube here, and Twitter. Okay. At the end, you have the links as well, even to Lido Nation for Catalyst. Thanks, Catalyst, for the funding and the voters. Thank you a lot. And okay, I'm going to share this one. And this is the Discord. The YouTube channel is getting better every day with more tutorials and videos, so please pass by. And Twitter, well, Twitter is maybe the best way to know about news or latest news on the project. And my Discord handle was
very cool.
So Daniel, we had the opportunity to see a session with his MU application to ask questions to Adriano, and that was good. That was great. I think it's a matter of just putting this to use, And
very cool.
Make people more aware of what it is, and after that, the rest is history. It's another good tool to adopt.
I know. I think session might be coming to town hall sometime soon. So
I am. I definitely am. I'm trying to time the appearance with the launch of the proof of, I guess we'll call it a prototype. So I'm just trying to time the two so that people can go right from watching it to playing with it, right? And so
nice.
2 weeks. So we had some technical bits that needed to be fine tuning, so that way, we're not bullshitting people, right? and so we'll be ready to, and it gives us some time to prep the community, market, et cetera, et cetera. But Adriano, I really love your passion. I can see it. I can identify with it, and I shared it with Randall, and he was like, that he likes what you guys are doing, and he would love to support Adriano, he said himself. So I told him you miss him.
Thanks a lot. Let's keep in touch, and please tell Randall to check the hierarchical deterministic wallet support, or the derivation of keys that Game Changer has. We discussed this very early with him. And I had some ideas, and now these ideas are online, open for all of you to use it. So tell that, please. I want him to to
play with
check
it.
an eye.
Right, great. Still we haven't talked about the CIPs, because I know that the Game Changer is already compliant for at least 6 CIPs, and have reasons. For the ones that is not, has specific reasons why. So that's another conversation for next time, I think, because it's kind of the peak of the hour, and I know everybody has still things to do. But yeah, we always want you guys to come back here at Sala de Café. We meet after town hall every Wednesday, main town hall. And thank you, Danny, for scheduling this for us. Appreciate that. Thank you, Adriano, for coming. It was great.
Thank you all for this opportunity. Thanks. Let's keep in touch.
Any other words you guys want to say?
Yeah, maybe what I said on the on the report, that to decentralize is also a matter of supporting alternatives, right? Offering alternative products, standards. So if end users have the freedom of choice, because they have more than one choice, than one option, we are also decentralizing there. So this is also what's all about, to offering alternatives. That's it. Thanks a lot. Please, let's try the beta and let me know any feedback. It's a very crazy product right now with a lot of new features that I'm really excited of what you can build with the wallet. There are a lot of new possibilities.
I know your vision is right, the one that we need here in this environment, and that's why I support you 100% in everything you do, as much as I can, and all the community, I think. So great. And look forward to get together with Roberto and talk a little bit about other things related to Cardano for non-technical people. And also, just want to let you know that all these transmissions are translated to Spanish, or at least subtitled. For now, we try not to block it in any language, because people come here and they want to participate. We want to make sure that everybody listens to the information, but what we do make sure is we translate in Spanish and Portuguese. So yes, that's the beauty of what Cow is doing there, which is my partner in crime for you.
Great. Huge efforts. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought we were talking in Spanish today, but
we always do. But when we have people that speak the language, speak English, we just prefer to. It makes sense because
Yo hablo un poquito, tú sabes. Yo entiendo la palabra, pero tú sabes, me tumbo cuando estoy buscando la palabra para comunicar. I'm Puerto Rican, so my Spanish is horrible.
Yeah, but Robert and Daniel and the others, they don't. Actually, Daniel, I don't know. You know more than one language. No, but anyway, people who sees this, they want to relate to it. So it will be it's great to do it in English and then translate to Portuguese or to Spanish. Yep.
It's okay. So it's super okay with me, and it's fine because we can reach, of course, other. It's like a bridge, a proxy, a bridge language.
Exactly.
So
Great.
That's great.
So thank you again. Daniel, you want to say the last word? Perfect. Let's stop chatting there.